Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and I am here with some members, Leaf and Jazz, who are here today. And we are here to bring messages from light beings, councils of light beings, also, like the Council of Nine, Council of Eight, Council of 12, and other councils that are around us that are trying to help us, trying to help humanity. So every week we try to do this, and they send us to different places so we can heal and we can actually see and experience what true unconditional love and joy is. So we could strive to get to humanity to understand that we don't have to live solely in this 3D dimension, this very dense dimension that we're in. We are here to heal. We are here to let go of that, to let go of that extra weight. And by them showing us different places that we may or may not have been to, not just us, but even you guys, the audience, may have been there already, may have been in a previous life, in a previous soul existence, um, in spirit form, and basically, for lack of wording, physical form. Um, so those places may seem very familiar to you, and those places may seem uh, very comforting. And just ride with us, go with us. And if you cannot um, go with the coordinates that are given, just set the intention and see what you experience. See if you experience the same things we do, or even if you experience something else. You're more than welcome to send an email, send us messages, put it in chat room, um, so we can acknowledge you and we can maybe go where you went, because our way is not the only way, but this is the way we do it, and we hope you get the benefits of it. Humanity has strayed away from being what they were meant to be, and we need to come back to that greater self status or being or way of being. Um, so good evening, and hope you enjoy this moment. And please let us know if there's anything we could help you with. So, with that being said, close your eyes and take a nice, slow, deep breath, just so you can connect. Connect to your higher self, connect to the beings that are around you, connect to your guides, connect to your team, as I call it. And your team can be one way today and be tomorrow completely different. It all depends on the necessity or the day. So I do have a coordinate, a code that I will state. And hold on one second, they're writing it in mid-air for me. 3461179. 3461179. Now, for all intents purposes, at this moment, I'm experiencing very strong, unconditional love. I am neither here nor there. I'm nowhere and yet everywhere at the same time. I see what appears to be cloud-like, fog-like environment, but very bright. And it's just drawing me in. And my heart just feels like it's overflowing with this unconditional love that I am feeling at this moment, I am experiencing. Now, this appears to be just like a walkway or a roadway, even though it's cloud-like, foggy, but it's leading to somewhere higher than all of us can experience at this moment. And I am seeing it as, or I'm hearing it, more like if it was, or like a wording, heaven, at the level of the divine, where we are there experiencing that divine love that's beyond comprehension or even wording. And now, if anyone else is experiencing anything, you're more than welcome to join in.
Before the
Express.
coordinates were set, I was seeing dogwood leaves, white based with pink in the accents. Feeling this intense, wonderful, unconditional love is indeed amazing. But what we're being asked to remember is that we need to be unconditional love to everyone that we encounter. And that's a challenge. We need to divest ourselves of any kind of judgment. When we judge others, we put ourselves on a pedestal. If you're on a pedestal, you will come off the pedestal at some point in time. And unconditional love just embraces us in a way that there's no need to judge. There's no need to be one up on somebody. And when we encounter our brothers and sisters in this 3D world that we do live in, we are to acknowledge that the Christ light is within us. And as such, we need to embrace that brother or sister. We may not know them. We may have just encountered them, but with our presence, with our smile, with holding the door open, with whatever, we can, in subtle ways, be a very, very pronounced movement and encouragement to be better than what we've been.
Okay. Now I am starting to see a very bright emerald green crystal. And the closer I get to it, the brighter it gets. And I am feeling my heart chakra open up and embrace that energy that's coming towards me. Kind of storing it, if you will. Now I'm told to just sit in front of it and stay there in silence, to just grab that energy. I am also seeing different beings coming towards us. Some angelic, some Arcturians. Basically, different beings just coming to join us.
The crystal is shooting a green ray to each of our hearts.
Okay. I'm feeling kind of warm. That special warmth that's like a hug.
Mhm.
Now I see the beings all around us holding hands. There's one or two that are kind of let go. They ask us to hold hands. And one picks one hand and the other one, so we continue the circuit of energy all around. So it becomes one big circle around the crystal.
And I also see the rays going beyond us, almost if you will, through our backs, out into the greater matrix of the universe. And I hear music starting to envelope and to embrace us.
Yes. Yes, in the moment it's hard to come up with wording when we're enjoying and really receiving so much. And now I am hearing one of them state that this is a good representation of no matter how you look or where you come from, we all deserve love and we are all loved. Not judged, but loved. And for us to look around and see all the different beings represented there. Some you may recognize, some you may not. Some may be from a lot further than we could even imagine. And they usually don't make themselves shown. But they are all here to help humanity, especially this year, especially at this time. Each and every one of us with just a smile. And as Jazz stated, just a smile, a welcome, hello, can change that person's attitude that day. Not be judgmental for how they look or how they act on that particular moment. being humans, we go through a lot each day. And if somebody catches us at the wrong moment, we may not respond or reply as we are meant to or as we mean to. And we hope that the other person does not take that completely wrong and judge us for something that happened in a second. Being that light that everybody hears, that phrase, be the light, means not only shine bright so others can find you, but also means be the example or try to be the example of how it could be and how it needs to be for others.
And the not judging includes not judging ourselves.
Exactly. Still feeling that energy going through my heart chakra and going through the middle of my back out.
Mm-hmm.
Very powerful, very strong.
We're also being asked to recognize that we have enough. We are enough. And the more messages that we receive from our secular society are nothing but a veil of disguise that draws you away from your heart.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Think about what you need. Look at what you have. Do you really need more? Or have we confused need and wants?
Concur with that.
The Creator made us sufficient enough in ourselves. Yes, we have bodily needs for food, but do we eat more food than we need? Do we want more possessions than we have? Do we need the latest this or the latest that? So much of our lives is consumed by being a consumer. And that's not what life is about. We have forgotten how to talk to each other, how to listen to each other, how to just be present with each other. We're being asked to tune into those kinds of needs. Open our ears, open our hearts, open our minds. Allow people their opinions. One opinion's no better than the other opinion. It's an opinion. And we need not to judge people because of their opinions. Our point of view may not be all as correct as we'd like it to believe. We could learn from each other. Look at the simplicity of the wildlife that is in your environment. What do they need? They need air. They need food. They need water. and they need to be respected. If we do nothing else today with the rest of our day, respect the people you live with, respect the people you work with, respect the other drivers on the road. We don't know what kind of day they're having. There may be a reason why they just decided to nudge us ungraciously. But if we don't stop all the busy chitter chatter in our brains, we'll never be able to hear what's going on in our hearts. And we definitely won't be in touch with our souls.
Mhm.
So let's back up. Let's back up the craziness. Get rid of the extraneous things in our life. Oh my God. Let me count the billions of ways. Do we need this? Next time you want to get something, do I need this or do I want this? If I want it, why do I want it? And you may find yourself not wanting it as much.
Yeah. Now, as sitting here, I want us to stay there and still receive that energy and send it back out further to the rest of the universe, basically. They're giving me numbers for peace, divine peace, to fill our hearts. 4536010, which I believe is a quantum coordinate, just to open our heart and let divine peace reside in our hearts, which will then reside within us, on us, all around us.
And I got goosebumps when you immediately finished the number.
And I witness a dove just come and sit on my shoulder. Beautiful white dove. Mm. At peace. Reminder to just breathe before you do anything. Breathe before you say something. Breathe before you react to anything. Just breathe. And it's extremely hard sometimes. We are humans, after all, or most of us. Just remember that we're made to have emotions, and we're made to have very powerful, passionate emotions. But we can use that passion and that energy to keep the love and that peaceful energy very, very high within us. Keep fueling that side of it. We're not angels by any means, because we're here in physical form. Yes, they could be a human that's angelic like, but they're here to help. They're here to be the examples. We're here for us to go near them and feel that energy that they're letting increase within them so it can vibrate to those around them. Oof. Just let that energy.
We're
Well,
being
do you.
asked to, we're being asked to plant seeds with that energy. Seeds of love, seeds of respect, seeds of wisdom, seeds of compassion and forgiveness. Spring is almost upon us. And when each plant that you plant outside, each seed that you sow, hoping for vegetables to grow or flowers to grow, with those seeds, ask that you be transformed with compassion, with love. And as those seeds grow in the ground, so too will you grow.
Just got so peaceful. Now, for those that are having a little more difficult time reversing their strong emotions towards love, I'm getting a number, and they would like people who are listening to this or watching this to please write it down. So whenever you feel like you're out of sorts and you need to reverse and go back to love, so you can then do that by just this coordinate: 1323 498 725. 1323 498 725. Let that energy come to you. And accept the peace and the divine peace. And let it just flow through you or shower you so you can feel and be back to your true self.
Sometimes when we feel stuck, we enter into those negative thought patterns and the anger. Allow this number to allow you to reframe. Feel the peace, feel the compassion. And what you may find happening is that you are now coming up with ideas of how to change your circumstance reframe the situation in a more positive light. You have this ability, and you just need to allow yourself to take that moment, accept the divine blessing, and allow yourself to change your mind, or change your path, or change whatever you need to change, so that you do not perpetuate thoughts and feelings that you know are not good for you.
Well said. Anyone else getting anything?
I'm getting a sense that it's time to move on.
I know, I don't want to, but they keep nudging. I'm here. I should stay here a little longer. All right. Do you have the coordinates or?
No, just time to make time to make like a tumbleweed and go.
Okay. All right.
And tumble on home.
All right, here we go. 725-498. 2. 725-4982. Emerald green, purple, and blue. Emerald green, purple, and blue.
I'm sensing a desert scape, if you will. Mostly barren land with a few plants here and there. I think the message is this: when we strip away so much, it may feel like a desert. And desert's not a bad place to be sometimes.
Mm-hmm. There's still beauty within there.
Mm-hmm. And there's the opportunity to experience a silence that sometimes you can't always get to in other places.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean you've run away from your problems or those things that you perceive as such. But sometimes it gives you the quietness to see a clear path in front of you to change those situations.
To obtain clarity,
Mm-hmm.
if you will. And that emerald green is still sending the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Now the purple that I am seeing is like a purple hue in like a mount of sand. And it's like it's interesting because it's kind of yellowish and purple and orangey. Beautiful landscaping, for lack of wording. And it's the colors are so brilliant, so strong. The sun is shining on them and they're just glowing. And it's a reminder that even the grain of sand is important and can shine beauty and can shine love, and it can give warmth no matter who or what we are.
Those who have traveled to this place with us, you're being asked to journal your experience. Maybe you've not journaled before, and that's fine. But start journaling. Journal this experience, and then journal each day. Even if it's just what you accomplished at first, if you will, if you need to do that. But strip away a little piece at a time as you go. And you'll soon find yourself with a much more positive outlook.
Okay. Okay. Now we're just going to be shoved through a tunnel and appear someplace else. A tunnel is in front of us and we're just supposed to walk through there. For some reason, it's make haste type of thing. So just for those that are with us and can't do it, just envision yourself going through a tunnel. It's still lit inside, so you should not, don't be afraid. You take 10 steps sort of, and you're someplace else. Now, from what I understand, this is Series B. So this is where we are now. Very protected and welcomed. And each and every one of us is going to receive special healing today as to what exactly we need, not what we think we need in healing, but what they know we need in healing. Of course, you have to say accept, because they will still respect the free will clause that we all have in our contracts. Okay.
I feel as though a veil has been lifted from my eyes. There's a brightness beyond the light that can be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Before entering the tunnel, I leaned back and I called my dragons. And I'm not quite sure what the significance of that was, but it was important to call them before entering the tunnel.
I also called mine, was told. And they stayed behind. At least mine did, protecting the entrance to the tunnel. Waiting for us, me, myself, or us to return.
And I think some of the other dragons have helped transport.
Mm-hmm. And it's strange because I could see what represents our moon from there, which is pretty far distance, but I can still see the moon somehow. And I'm seeing like if there was busy work, beings walking around for all intents purposes, doing some type of something. Of course, it's too far away for me to see, but I could see the movement, I should say. And what I hear is that everything is as it should be, and everything will be as it will be. It needs to be. That if we continue spreading this unconditional love, that energy that we're getting, it will be to the benefit of humanity, not just to ascend, but also in the long run. For many generations to come.
Those who use any kind of energy healing or do any kind of energy healing and are light workers in whatever flavor, if you will, you're being encouraged to daily, if not more than once a day, use that to send this emerald light of peace and love out into the world.
Mhm.
Please don't assume that just because you work on a personal level that you can only do it for yourself and for your family. No, you can send that out to the whole world, the whole universe. And if each of us who have those abilities embraces this, we have great potential.
Let's face it, if I send it out, everybody gets it. And if everybody sends it out, we all get it. We all receive as well. So it's a nice circle of life, circle of energy. That could be an infinity as an infinity symbol. Always receiving and always giving. I'm experiencing something like a campfire, and we're all sitting around, just, and I'm saying this because I don't have any other wording. The campfire, just don't have any other wording for it. It's not really a campfire, but it's kind of like the same sense. So it's just fire, beautiful flames, all different colors. And in the middle of it, as the flames go up, I get to see different symbols, and I am seeing different wordings, and I'm receiving very good feelings, very positive energy, bursts of energy, I should say. And that is what we're receiving at this moment to help us spread that emerald green divine love energy. Jess, I believe you're getting something.
I'm seeing a Pegasus in the flames.
Hmm. Very interesting.
Mhm.
Leaf, do you want to share? Or is it more personal?
It's not clear enough to bring forward.
Okay. And that is something that could happen to all of us, but it will be clearer
Mhm.
as the day goes on. The messages will become more focused or come into focus.
Pegasus has lifted the vibration even higher.
Mhm. And at this moment, they're basically saying stay there for a minute and go back through the tunnel. Okay, one of my dragons is there, so I'm going to ride back. For those that have not met their dragons yet, you could walk 5 steps the most and you're on the other side. So just envision yourself walking. And if you're unable to walk, just count to 3 and you will be on the other side. Now things seem to be a little different than when we left. That emerald green is still there shooting out the energy. But we're being guided to go back down towards 0.
Mhm.
So enjoy that energy for a little bit and then start heading down to our own personal 0. And if you don't know how to do that, it's okay. Just set the intention. 0 is basically where you're back to yourself, your being, with all the memories and all the feelings and all that you experience with you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Take a deep breath slowly. Exhale and open your eyes. We all thank you for being with us. for taking this trip and for uniting in such beautiful, loving, divine, loving energy. That's all I can say. Keep that light on. Keep spreading that positive energy. Like it was stated before, don't judge. You never know what that person has gone through that day or in their life. Just be the beam of light that they could maybe find their way out of darkness. And like every week, we thank you. We're sending blessings. We love you. Namaste. Namaste, Jazz. Namaste, Leaf.
Namaste.
Stay Glenda.